Before we get started, I want to let you know that at least for the 2015 model X1, the rivets that hold the trim in place are one-time use. What this means is that in order to put new rivets back on, you would have to use the specified tool, which you could get on Amazon. To remove the rivet, you need to push in the center section of the rivet, allowing you to pull the entire thing out. If you don't want to get the tool, you can also use an older style rivet that BMW used to offer in their older models. I use this Phillips head rivet from an E39 5 Series BMW, and it seems to do the trick. Now that we talked about the rivets, let's go ahead and get started. Start by removing the passenger front wheel from the vehicle. With the wheel removed, you can now remove the 9 rivets that hold the outer trim in place. Once the rivets are removed, you can now remove the outer trim piece from the vehicle. Just be aware that there are tabs holding the trim into place on the vehicle. With the trim removed, we can now remove the inner guard for the wheel well. There are 5 8mm screws, 3 10mm nuts, and 1 T27 Torx bolt. I will show you the locations and the size right now. We can now remove the guard of the inner wheel well. Once the inner wheel well guard is removed, you will now be able to gain access to the reservoir tank, which holds the front and rear windshield washer pumps in place. The reservoir is held in with one 10mm bolt. Removing the bolt will allow you to bring forward the reservoir. Before removing the pumps from the reservoir, it's important that you place a bucket in the bottom if you still have fluid in the reservoir. Removing the pump may cause the fluid to come out. Pull down on the reservoir and slide forward towards the front of the vehicle. This will expose the washer fluid pumps. Pull the pump you want to replace slightly forward, and then up, removing it from the reservoir tank. There is a grommet that seals the pump to the tank. If you have a replacement for that, do it now. Removing this will cause the fluid to come out. With the pump removed, locate the tab on the electrical connection. Push in on the top of the tab and up, separating the connection from the pump. And remove the fluid hose connected to the pump. Install the fluid hose and electrical connection to your new pump. Replace the rubber grommet on the pump and then place it back into the reservoir. Installation of everything else is the reverse order of what was previously done.